Hello and welcome to the Junior Markets website. If you're tuning in from YouTube, make sure to check out our website. That's what we'll be using all for today. And the topic of discussion for today is retirement. So I know that this channel is more filtered around younger kids and people that might not be more interested in retirement, but it is never too early to start, and it's a great way to get ahead when that time does come around. So if we're on our website right now, I'm just under the retirement tab, and I have a few retirement options, just the basic ones. I have IRAs, 401ks, and a high yield savings account. I go over all of those in more detail on this website. And the topic for today will be IRAs, traditional IRAs, and Roth IRAs. If you want to look into the other ones, you can on the website. So I have some basic information on IRAs here, and essentially what an IRA is an individual retirement account. And it's tax deferred. So that essentially helps you save for retirement. So if we head on over into our retirement and then our IRA and Roth IRA tabs, we can see that there is a comparison, a side-by-side comparison between both of them and all of the different tax benefits, the contribution limits, the distributions and investment opportunities, and finally, which ones we think you would rather invest in at your current tax bracket and your current income. So I have most of the basic information on here, but we're going to be going over it a little bit deeper in this YouTube video using this as a sort of a guideline. So first off, you need to know what an IRA is. And like I said, it stands for an individual retirement account. And essentially what it is a tax advantage way to save for retirement, meaning the government gives you some nice tax breaks to help you grow your money over time, to help you keep up with and stay ahead of inflation. Now, there are two major types, like I went over. There is the IRA and the Roth IRA. The IRA is sometimes called the traditional IRA, and these are the two we'll be going over today. Now, first up, what we're going to go over is tax differences. So this is the main point of an IRA, is to help you defer some of your income from taxes so that when you retire, you can pull it out either with less taxes or tax-free. So on the website, I have that you can make contributions in a traditional IRA on a pre-tax basis. So if your income is below a certain threshold, and pay no taxes until you withdraw the money. So with a traditional IRA, you pay no taxes until you withdraw the money, and you put it in before taxes. And then with a Roth IRA, your contributions are not tax deductible. So those take taxes out. But then any earnings growth is tax-free, and withdrawals, qualified withdrawals, which we'll go over later, are penalty and tax-free. So essentially with a traditional, you pay taxes later when you withdraw during retirement, and with a Roth, you pay taxes up front, but your withdrawals during retirement are tax-free. So what this means is that if you think if you're in a higher tax bracket now and expect to be in a lower one in retirement, a traditional IRA probably makes sense for you. But if you expect your income and tax rate to increase over time, a Roth IRA could be better bet, because those tax-free withdrawals can save you a lot down the road. Now, moving on into income limits, which is also one of the most important parts. So if we head on down, we can look at contribution limits. So contribution limits, this is for the 2024 tax year. So these change every year based off inflation. So if you're 49 or younger for a traditional IRA, you can contribute up to $7,000 a year. And then if you're 50 or older, up to $8,000, because this is a retirement account. You can contribute more the closer you get to retirement. And then for a Roth, it is the same thing. But when it comes to a Roth, if you're single and earn more than $153,000, or married and earn more than $228,000, you won't be able to contribute directly to a Roth IRA. So Roth IRA is more of a beginner retirement account. And essentially, if you make too much money, this is not the account that you will be able to use. Whereas a traditional, there are no income limits for contributing. However, there are some more rules for this one, like if your spouse is covered by a retirement plan, your ability to deduct contributions might be phased out depending on your income, but that's nothing really to worry about. So if you reach a certain income, you might have to roll your Roth over into a traditional. And then moving on now into age restrictions. Let me get rid of those. Moving on now into age restrictions. So I don't think I have this on here, but you must start making required minimum distributions. Oh yeah, I do. You must start making required minimum distributions, or RMDs, which I have here, at the age of 73 for a traditional. So beginning at age 73, you have to make these RMDs. And even if you don't need the money, and your RMD for every year is the account balance at the end of the prior calendar year divided by the life expectancy factor. So the life expectancy factor, you can look it up and get a number. And the IRS penalty for not taking out the RMD is 25% of your amount not taken out. So if you don't take it out, then the IRS is essentially just going to take 25% of it. So it makes no sense for you to leave it in there. And then for the Roth IRA, there are no RMDs. You can let your money grow tax-free for as long as you want. So you're not required to withdraw a minimum amount of money at a certain age. You can let it hang in there until you're 100 years old, which can be a huge advantage if you don't need the tax in retirement, or you only need a certain amount and you don't want to take out too much, and then you can let everything else grow tax-free. And one more thing, with both traditional and Roth IRAs, you can start withdrawing without penalties at age 59 and a half. But the tax treatment will vary based on which account you have, and you can only use them on certain things, such as down payments on a house or retirement. So for a Roth IRA, you can withdraw your contributions anytime, tax and penalty free, but 5 years have to have passed since the first day of the year of your first contribution, and you're 59 and a half or older. You'll face taxes and penalties if you do not follow these guidelines. So if you want more flexibility with your savings and you think you might need to tap in them early, a Roth IRA could be a better option for you. Now, finally, we're going to head into what these accounts invest into. So they both invest into similar things. They can vary, but most of them are investment options, stocks, bonds, CDs, and mutual funds. So pretty much everything you'll invest into if you invested individually in the stock market. Just a bunch of long-term holds, and you can specify with your brokerage firm how you would like to invest this money, whether you'd like it to be more risky and long-term, or you want it to be short growth. Right now, that would be like tech. It kind of all just depends on what beta you'd like your stocks to have and how much volatility you're willing to stomach. So if you're older, you might want less volatility and more security. But if you're younger, like me, then you would probably want more volatility and a higher chance of more earnings, because you have longer to recover in case you take a big hit. So first off, these both are great retirement accounts that you should start once you turn 18, but I know most 18-year-olds don't have the money to, like me. Rent is insane, and so I'm not able to start one right now, but whenever I have the money after I stop paying rent and I get out of college, I will definitely be starting one of these. And I'll probably be starting a Roth. Like I said, we can get into how do you decide which one is right for you. So these are some basic overviews, and a traditional Roth IRA would be better if you're older and expect your tax bracket to stay the same or lower, because like we said earlier, all of this comes down to taxes. So if we head back up to the taxes, you can make taxes on a pre-tax basis, and you pay no taxes until you withdraw money. So if you're in a very high tax bracket now, that's very nice for you. And then on the other side of the argument, if a Roth would be better for you, if you're young and in a low tax bracket, and expect to be in a higher tax bracket than you are now. So if we head back up to the taxes again, we can see that your contributions are not tax deductible. So when you put the money in from your paycheck, taxes are taken out. But the earnings is growth free, which doesn't happen very often. You don't get free earnings growth from very many accounts. And qualified withdrawals are tax and penalty free. So either after you reach that 59.5 limit, or you're using it for something such as a down payment on a house. Those are qualified withdrawals. So those are the 2 retirement accounts we're going to go over today. And let me know which retirement account you think would be better to you. And if this video helps, don't forget to hit the like button. We're trying to grow the channel, and I'm going to try and keep up these videos, especially with this new microphone. I'm really loving this thing, and the voice audio is a lot better, so I'm going to try and keep upping the quality of these videos. And thank you so much for watching. This is our video on how to decide whether a Roth or a traditional IRA is better for you.